Hello everyone. Welcome to this week's Swiftly Tilting Cameron. Today we will be playing Master of Orion 2, Battle at Antares.
We're going to change the Twitch window, which shows what game you're playing.
Okay, here I'll change it.
Sorry.
Just updating everything, everyone. How is everyone out there in the real world, IRL? Having fun? Oh, Keo1 just subscribed. Welcome to the stream, Keo1. Typically I'd offer to name an in-game asset after all my new subscribers, but that is currently on hold right now, I think, due to the fact that there aren't terribly a lot of in-game assets to be named in Master of Orion 2. Apart from the ships and the colonies, and I've kind of got my own naming scheme for that. We'll work something out in the future. But welcome to the stream. Okay, if I remember correctly from last week, what had happened was I was playing as my own custom race of humans using the Illyrian skins. We were creative, democratic, and from a low-gravity world. We are in the process of crushing the Mechlars, I think. So far, yeah, the Trilarians seem to be the other big threat that we are probably engaged in a Cold War with. We have a non-aggression pact with them, but we'll see how long that lasts. And the Mechlars are these horrible little, cybernetic people in suits. And we're in the process of stomping them. We've already taken out the other humans, the fake humans. And as Sugarshot pointed out, our race, well, it technically says human. We are, in fact, pronounced humanity. We are the humans. So, let's see what's going on here. I think we're the white ships. Oh, right, and I had a naming scheme for all my ships as well. What's a hooligan? So what I think I should start doing, Merculite. Oh, this is what I used to get through missiles or shields. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this guy back home, and we're going to turn him into something different. Mechlar fleet. Let's see. We've taken this one. I guess we take the swamp planet next. What are we building everywhere? It appears we can start building Titans. Okay. That's peculiar. Oh, I bet I know what's going on. We've got a hyperspace flux somewhere. Either that or a corrupted save file. Yeah, no, everything seems fine. Okay. Where do we build things? Yeah, there's a space-time anomaly in our home colony. That's kind of irritating. Qatar. I love these names. Oh, Kaziki just subscribed. Welcome to the stream, Kaziki. Yeah, sorry if I'm missing you. If I haven't thanked you, massive apologies. That's kind of like priority one, is to make certain that the new subscribers all feel welcome and valued, because we do this for you. Okay. So, we have conquered the humans. We are in the process of replacing them all with humans. Let's get everything that's building proper ships upgraded in such a way that their industry is optimized. Oh, this must be the place I just conquered. No, wait, it's not. Okay, battle station. We want that kind of stuff. Warp interdictor. So, like, there's a couple of interesting ways of optimizing your planets. I'm of the opinion that ground defenses are not something that you really want to build unless you need them. However, like, battle stations, star bases, and star fortresses are very important, obviously, because they give you command points, which allows you to have more ships. And ships are what you use to smash faces. Yeah, look at us. We're just, like, looping around the back on the Mechlars here, leaving nothing in our wake. Oh, okay. Bye, Kathleen. So, what I want to do with this particular ship is I want to turn it into basically a custom-built ship for capturing Antaran vessels when they show up. So I'm going to put a lot of, like, assault shuttles and heavy armor on it, and neutron blasters that will kill Marines. If you're unfamiliar with the game, it is a 4X strategy game wherein you are playing a stellar empire that's interested in expanding, building ships, taking over other neighboring empires. And one of the large threats and win conditions for the game is you have to defeat a post-whatever civilization that is now extra-universal. They live in a different universe, and occasionally they send ships through to attack you. They're very high-tech. Their ships use technologies that you can't really obtain in your own technology tree. So the only way to get them is to capture them. However, capturing these ships is very difficult. But if you can capture them early, then you are in pretty good shape. Okay, what we should also work on doing next is locating and capturing Orion, which is, again, another planet left over by an earlier civilization. The Orions, the titular Orions, and if you can defeat, they have one planet left. It is a very, very well-equipped planet. It has a Guardian. If you defeat the Guardian, the remaining Orions join you, you get a ship, you get a very powerful planet, and you get some technologies from them. However, the ship they have left guarding their homeworld is extremely powerful, so it tends to just blow you the hell up if you go there unprepared. Anyways, let's see, we've got tons of food, we're making a bit of money, we've got command points left over with which we can build more ships. We seem to have enough freighters here to manage and distribute all our food, and we are 4 turns away from researching a technology. I think what I want to do now is just put as much research as possible into physics, because now that we have plasma cannons, which are in the physics tree, further development in the physics tree miniaturizes plasma cannons, and eventually they can get down very small to the point where you can cram like dozens of them into a ship, and they just start like you can do thousands of damage to things. And in this game, 1,000 is quite a lot. Alright, let's attack this starbase. The Mechlars only have transport ships here, so they have no actual space combat ships. Let's see what we can do. Oh, right, the Mechlars didn't research any shield technology. Are they going to even get a shot off? Huh. Oh, wait, you guys can't see that. We blew them the hell up. Take it from me. I don't know quite how to resize this window, and I'm not certain if I want to play with it. But, yeah. Also, this game is from 1997, so the mouse moves very quickly. Moving up our battleships. Kapow! Start bombarding the planetary defenses before they can even get a shot off. We've destroyed their starbase. Starbases are how you generate command points, so even if we were to lose this battle somehow, destroying the starbase is usually a pretty valid strategy. Like just showing up, doing hit and run attacks on enemy starbases reduces the number of ships they can build, and since you require a starbase to build a cruiser, battleship, Titan, or Doomstar hull, if they don't have a starbase, they cannot build large ships either. Let's invade this place. I think we can just straight up attack it. They don't have power armor. They've got tanks. Tanks are fun to watch blow up. Didn't lose a person. I kind of like how the Illyrian armor have like little tiny bunny ears. Yeah, they didn't really stand a chance. Okay, so we've terraformed this planet, which means it's now capable of supporting more people. We want to build a warp interdictor on our planets just to slow down any attacking fleets that come at us, which reduces a warp interdictor. Basically gives you a couple of turns to prepare for an attacking opponent. Recyclotron. More terraforming. We'll worry about everything else later. I'm probably not optimizing this terribly well, and there are people who actually know how to play this game going insane with rage somewhere on the internet. How are y'all doing out there? Just conquered. Okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar, we're growing 4 food here. Originally the AI had 2 farmers to grow 7 food, but we only need 4 food because we only have 4 people. And we're also generating, if you remember from our home screen, we're generating ludicrous excessive amounts of food. First off, we want to build an alien control center because until these captured aliens or conquered aliens are integrated into our society, they are likely to rebel, and they don't work as hard as they could. So having a welcome center to our civilization is good for us. Oh, this used to be a Trilarian planet. Starbase. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. And we'll just rush construction of the alien control center so it's done next turn. Later on, we can come back and demolish them all. Actually, we recently integrated everyone here, so do we have an alien control center? No, we don't. Once the entire population is integrated into your society, you can demolish the alien control center so you no longer have to pay upkeep on it. And you also get a small amount of money back. I'd really like to play, if anyone knows a better, more updated kind of 4X strategy game, I'd love to give it a shot, because Master of Orion 2 is an oldie, it's a favorite, it is a very good game, but it doesn't do some things that I would like it to do, and I'd like to see what else is on offer. It does a lot of things very well, and I'm pretty happy with it. But more invasions. Oh, they were quite well prepared for us. Kind of. I'm sure some of our power armor suits almost had to reload. Aha! And Terrans. Where are they coming? Let's... Okay. Scrap the plan earlier. I want to build... or I want to research Federation next. As I mentioned earlier, we are a democracy. A peaceful democracy. Peace-loving democracy. And once you advance sufficiently far in the sociology research tree, you can research an advanced form of government. For democracy, that's federation. Democracies give you like a penalty to counterintelligence, so enemy spies find it easy to steal from you. You don't get any particular bonuses to combat, but you get a large bonus to your research and economy. And Federation magnifies those research bonuses, the research and economic bonuses. So we're just going to be like making mad cash. Sure, that seems fine for now. Where are they coming from? Holy crap! Oh, they're going for the Mechlars. Oh no, they're going for, that's right, it seems between the Trilarians and us and the Trilarians, we have completely crushed the Mechlon civilization. So before the Mechlars or the Trilarians get their shit together and take their last colony, let's do that ourselves. Actually, I'm pretty comfortable with the fact that the Anterans are attacking the Trilarians. A battleship and a cruiser are super bad news. This thing teleports and just, like, takes your shit apart. I guess this is it for the Mechlars. Noble effort. Yeah, I should check out Sins of a Solar Empire. Oh well. Bad news for the Mechlars. Maybe they shouldn't have picked a fight. I really hope this space-time anomaly ends soon. Our capital system is our best system. Probably. Robo miner plant. Recyclotron is probably not a high priority right now. Orbit detector. Holo simulator. Hydroponic farm. All the basics. And the starbase. Even though, like, two captured civilians going on an uprising against 4 powered armored marines aren't going to have a very long rebellion, I'd still rather not have to suppress them. So let's watch what happens on Mechlon when this fleet shows up. Haha! A defending spy was mysteriously assassinated. You bastards. What do you guys want to bet that this is Orion over here? Right where I've got the mouse. We could go investigate it. Guys, I do not know how to move the overlay around, so sorry. Okay. Let's get this thing redesigned into something that can, hopefully, start capturing stuff. We no longer need these marine boats. Let's just start rolling out these hulls. Ooh, reinforced hull. I must have been expecting to fight people with graviton beams. Seems likely at this stage in the game. The AI loves graviton beams. Hi, what you doing? Oh, you're going to your own planet. One destroyer doesn't seem like a terrible cause for concern. Ah, thanks, Krishax. Okay, so let's get this thing rolling. Clear. Battle pods. You have to live through getting hammered on by an Antaran ship for one turn, long enough to launch your shuttles. Oh no, you will require a computer because you're firing neutron blasters. Neutron blasters kill enemy marines. And then we want... Please tell me we have assault shuttles. We don't. Well, that's pretty dumb. We should get on those. Until then, what about teleporters? Do we have teleporters? We don't. That means we need to get close. Close with troop pods. So, augmented engines. All right. Since you no longer fulfill that role, we're going to call you this. I'm so happy a lot of you appreciate these names. Shield is of limited use against Antarans, because particle beams go right through it, but you want to protect against death rays, because death rays also kill Marines, which is bad for us. Yeah, very bad. Espetir, Arclight Dynamo, Espetier. Yeah. I mean, actually, that was something I've always wondered about. Why are, in science fiction settings, it's always the Navy that has all the ships? I thought, like, actually, I don't know this. I assumed that for modern militaries, all, like, space operations were handled by the Air Force, right? Like, doesn't the American Air Force handle all of y'all's, satellite resources and stuff? I assume. I don't know. It probably doesn't actually matter very much. Yeah, I mean, it's not terribly relevant to anything. I'm not hugely bothered by it. It doesn't affect me. I just thought it was kind of an interesting point of discussion. Alright, so we're gonna have a colony ship. Do we dare go looking for Orion with this fleet? It seems kind of wee. And we want to leave this ship someplace central where I can get to an Antaran attack quickly. Let's go looking for Antares. Or Orion. I have a feeling this might not end well for us. Nope, that's not it. 18. Holy shit. Where was that? That's kind of ghetto as fuck. They got their colony back. Yeah, there we go. 75% bonus in economy and science. We should be able to pretty casually... Oh, wait. No. I said we were going to do a thing. We should do that thing. Research assault shuttles. Yep, here we go. We found it. Oh! Hi! What's up? What's up, Guardian? What's that thing targeting? Okay, one of our other ships. I'm not sure that's enough damage. Let's see how much damage we can do to it. I'm not optimistic. This thing is in the middle of a nebula, which means that our shields don't work, but theirs do. Assuming the Guardian has hard shields. Well, we're doing damage to it. Not a lot. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Well, we didn't need those battleships anymore anyways. Alright, let's just go... Let's start enthusiastically developing our plasma weapons. Let's see. 4 shuttles. Okay, so each one of these moves 1 Marine. Let's assume that an Antaran ship is going to have, what? We no longer need the augmented engines either. 30 Marines? We should probably try to have 60? So we need 15? That's quite a lot. We could also try to board frigates, cruisers. Let's see how that works. Our neutron blasters probably aren't going to do a whole lot of damage to them. Alright, let's see. That might be able to take down an Antaran ship. The problem is that the Antaran ships tend to self-destruct when you capture them. They have a thing called a quantum detonator, which gives them roughly a 50% chance to blow up when captured. But that's a chance I'm willing to let my Marines take. Trilarians seem to be developing their own Titans. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy naming all my ships after culture ships because I kind of enjoy the culture naming convention for their warships. Whereas, like, if you're not familiar with the culture series of science fiction novels, they're really good. I highly recommend you watch them or read them. But the culture is this utopian post-singularity society that, or post-scarcity at least, and they don't really like going to war, except when they do. They tend to win, and the ships, their warships, which they don't really like building, all their ships are crewed by artificial intelligences, and actually kind of are the bodies for those AIs. And whereas the ships that most culture citizens live on, which are kilometers long, and are home to billions of people, are called systems vehicles, and they tend to have very nurturing personalities, cosmopolitan personalities. Their exploratory ships, called contact units, tend to be very curious and friendly and diplomatic. The offensive units, which are the culture warships, are rather unpleasant people. And the names of those warships reflect kind of those personalities. Most culture citizens are very friendly, except for the ones that pilot their warships. Those guys will fuck your shit up. Oh, you're gonna start colonizing my planets. That's really not cool. I think my favorite culture ship name, because they have the classes of ships, and then each ship is named for the artificial intelligence that crews it, and the AIs get to pick their own names. They tend to have very kind of names that use a lot of puns and homophones. They tend to be very clever. One of my favorites is total internal reflection, which is an optical property of matter. When something reflects 100% of the light inside of itself. It's called total internal reflection, but that ship is a very kind of meditative, Zen-like ship, which I thought was neat. I also liked a contact unit called Of Course I Still Love You. Alright, this is a technology that lets us attack Antares, where the Antarans come from. It's an endgame technology. Attacking the Antaran homeworld is one of the win conditions, or successfully attacking the Antaran homeworld is a win condition. Disruptors I'm not so big on, but that should allow us to further miniaturize plasma cannons to the point where they start becoming worth it to put on ships. Oh yeah, the Omnicrat, after a war, the culture decommissions its offensive units, sometimes. A lot of the time they just kind of wander around. They tend to be a little dangerous. There's one in one book called Killing Time that is just kind of like out on patrol, kind of like the Tick. And it goes around checking up on things. And eventually it finds something to do. and it has its own kind of like moment of brilliance. But yeah, occasionally they will talk about like a hollowed out asteroid that's just home to like 1,000 dormant culture warships. Another one of my favorites was a warship called the Frank Exchange of Views. I always love that in stories when they mention that opposing sides were brought together and had a brief but frank exchange of views. Since apparently our ships are hanging out around this planet, I'm going to build a space academy here so they can at least start leveling up. Oh, did somebody wreck all your stupid crap? Oh, 69 research points. I wonder how much research is generating a turn, considering we're generating over 1,000. That probably was not a significant setback to the Trilarians. Uh-huh, you have 15 spies working on me, huh? They seem to be more advanced than us in certain respects. Militarily, not so much, but they do have better armor, longer range. And the Galactic Cybernet. We're going to need to really kind of up our game if we're going to catch up with the Trilarians. Oh, yeah. Everyone loves Gray Area. Gray Area is a great ship. Gray Area, aka Meat Fucker. It has a loose sense of ethics compared to the other culture ships. Starting to bring our Titans online. How many plasma cannons can we cram into this ship? Heavy mount, continuous. There's still 60 space. I don't think that's worth putting them in yet. They're 3 times the space of a phaser, a heavy phaser. Actually, until that time, we can actually start using auto-fire phasers. Alright. Let's start stealing all their horrible crap. We barely have enough spies to protect our own resources right now. If they've got 15 on us, we have 15 on defense, so we're going to start needing to build quite a lot of them. What you guys doing? I wonder what happened here. The AI tends not to really have bad experiences with the Antarans. Oh, did you now? Assassin, you say? that leader we just hired will start killing opposing spies. I love hiring these guys. Assassin just feels good. Yeah, Ian Banks had an amazing talent for puns. I think he enjoyed naming his ships more than almost anything else. They have just brilliant names. Oh yeah, there was a space eel in the last game that just really seemed to ruin the AI's day. Oh, also the AI had a terrible experience with a hyperspace beast that kept eating its ships. Why did I even come here? What was I going to do here? There was definitely a plan of some kind. Stellar converter? Question mark? Let's see how small we can get a plasma cannon these days. 10. Oh no, wait. Plasma cannon. 49 isn't bad. It's smaller. Still not quite the point where I want to start throwing them onto everything. But look how small our phasers are. That's starting to get nuts. Oh yeah, where to start with the culture novels? It really depends what you're more interested in. A lot of them, well, they don't really share characters or even continuity of events. Sometimes they tend to be set centuries apart. So you can kind of dive in anywhere. Player of Games gives you a really good sense for the way that the culture interacts with other major alien powers. And is, I don't know, it has this really fascinating thing going on with how the territory is the map is the territory, if any of you are familiar with that. There's a game that is played in that book where the winner of the game becomes the emperor of this alien civilization, because all of the skills necessary to play the game well are those of a ruler, a statesperson, and the culture sends someone to compete in this tournament just as kind of like an exhibition thing, as a way to get to know you. And it develops in a very interesting way. Another good entry point might be use of weapons, which is much more of a traditional, you sons of bitches! You colonized one of our worlds, one of our systems. I'm calling you to account for this. Yeah, that's right. You forked that colony over. Anyway, sorry. Use of weapons deals with a spy that the culture uses, but who isn't himself a member of the culture, and it operates in kind of two narrative arcs, where one moves, following events in time, and the other one goes further and further back in time, which are like one studies the character and the other one studies the things that he does. So that also gives you kind of a sense for the way that the culture, or the idea behind all the culture novels is what drives people, what makes people want to do anything. And it does that in a context of a post-scarcity society where you can just have anything you want. Like, if you don't need to work, if all of your material comforts and all of your existential needs are taken care of, what motivates you? I think that's a really interesting question for a science fiction universe. Like in Star Trek, it's essentially novelty. People are really out, exploring new worlds and new civilizations is what drives the Federation. So they're after novelty. A culture citizen is somewhat different. And yeah, so the culture novels kind of explore that. And it also deals with how a post-scarcity civilization that is essentially invincible militarily, because they don't have most of them live on ships. They don't have any territory that you can capture from them. They can just leave if things get too bad. What drives them into conflict, like armed conflict with people? Consider Phlebas looks at the culture at war, like the culture in a fight for its life with another alien civilization, and what brought them to the point where they thought that was what they had to do. The Accession looks at how the culture encounters something that is beyond their capacity to understand. The Accession is an outside context problem which the culture encounters. An outside context problem is this very interesting concept where you encounter something that you otherwise, prior to encountering it, you could not have actually conceived of it. And so Banks describes an outside context problem as the kind of thing most civilizations encounter exactly once. And Accession also deals with the minds quite a lot. What motivates them? It turns out they're largely motivated by novelty. What do we want to build here, even? Things. They're all very good. I'm reading Look to Windward right now, which is kind of a spiritual successor to Consider Phlebas. They're both lines from The Wasteland, if you're familiar with T.S. Eliot at all. But Look to Windward deals with the after effects of the existential war that the culture found itself in, and its effects on other civilizations. When two vastly powerful alien civilizations go to war with each other, they're not the only casualties. Alright, let's find out where these guys are coming through. Aw, They're going for the Trilarians again. Battleship and 3 cruisers. I'm not certain they really have the tech to deal with this kind of thing. Oh, yeah, in Accession, the group of minds that takes over responsibility for dealing with the Accession call themselves the Interesting Times Gang. So they're a group of artificial intelligences that are, yeah, they tend to be like war veterans and thousands of years old, and they're very excited by the possibilities of what the Accession offers. Hollow Simulator. So, like, this would be kind of an interesting question for a strategy. Roundabout way, this would be kind of an interesting question for a strategy game to look at. What motivates your citizens? Right? What makes them want to do things? When you've maxed out your tech tree, when you've pacified your galaxy, what keeps people interested? You are building a civilization, but most strategy games are just concerned with the broad strokes of strategy, i.e. securing your civilization against competitors. What actually motivates the people who live in your society? What makes... The first question isn't how to secure your civilization. It is, why does your civilization deserve to endure at the expense of others? What makes your citizens want to die? Or, stranger still, what makes them want to kill in order to live in your society? They seem to be investing heavily in the idea of protecting this. Well, that's one way to defeat the Antarans. Throw wave after wave of meat at them. I think we can take the Orion now, actually. Let's try that again. Yeah, well, I mean, the idea that you can max out a tech tree is really kind of strange. Interesting. Sure. I think I'd like to not have to worry about going to war with you anytime soon. Terraforming? Terraforming. So in the culture novels, when you encounter culture citizens, they either tend to be living like in their equivalent of cities, doing things like having preposterous amounts of sex with one another, which seems fun, I guess, or they are doing things like living with other aliens, doing things like having their bodies modified in order to, say, live on a giant alien that floats through a gas giant. Or to live with a warrior society, or to do all kinds of weird things, like just having all kinds of very strange experiences that you can't really do efficiently as a person. But ultimately that comes down to novelty. Ooh, it's got a reflector field. Alright. I really, really want to play Eclipse Phase. I have an idea for an... No! My ship! You bastards! You blew up one of my ships. Alright, so we've captured Orion. Death Ray, Particle Beam, Damper Field, Black Hole Generator. We got quite a lot of good offensive weapons out of that. Nothing we're particularly keen to use. Some of these are fun, but they sure as hell aren't... Like, Death Rays and Particle Beams are pretty powerful, but they aren't as good as 400 plasma cannons jammed into a hull. Let's colonize Orion. We'll let you keep your own name. A Gaian world, huh? Yeah, Eclipse Phase seems like a game that really, really appeals to me. I'm kind of very, very desperate to play it and run a game in it and just, yeah, play. Oh, you sons of bitches. Shouldn't you be assassinating people? I really want to watch The Man from Earth. I've read summaries of it, although I haven't like spoiled myself on it. It just looks really fascinating. I'm very keen to read it. Oh, we also got The Avenger. What you really, really, really want to get from Orion, or from either the Orions or the Anterans, is, what is it, Zentronium armor? Which basically just means that your ships have ludicrous amounts of hit points and can take a massive amount of damage. I would love to run an Eclipse Phase game that deals with a Bracewell probe. Yeah, those all seem fine. Those seem like things I would want to build. Did I lose one of my officers? Sure seem to have. Who was it? No, it was one of our guys. I don't even remember his name. Oh well. Couldn't have been that important. Oh, right, yeah. My bad. Porcelain cow, sorry about that. But like a Bracewell probe is a pretty standard thing to encounter in science fiction. Let's see if there's any good planets to colonize. No enemy presence. Minerals. Ugh. Toxic. Ugh. Unsurprisingly, it looks like we have already colonized everywhere that looks worth colonizing. But we can start turning these into much better planets to live on. Build a colony base to start colonizing some of the other unused planets in the system. Ugh, I've been neglecting these planets. Somebody remind me about these planets, will ya? Eric, I'm probably going for the Antaran victory condition, attacking Antares. our economy is crashing because I'm taking all these underdeveloped planets off of producing trade goods. Ugh. For those, to bring it around again, a Bracewell probe is, broadly speaking, what the accession is. That's not really a spoiler because it's pretty clear what it is from the start. Let's start building all our stock exchanges so we can start making money again. For an auto lab, we should be building like the smaller, cheaper ones. All right, now we can start. We've maxed out the physics tree, so let's start working on. Ugh, our economy is so bad. However, we've been neglecting biology as well. We should probably start getting those research so we can start upgrading our species. 52 command points. We should start building ships. Where are our rich industrial colonies? That one is poor. Ultra rich, low G. Actually, now let's see if plasma cannons are worth building. That's starting to look more like it. 10 of those things should make for a very, very bad day for somebody. We could probably also start cutting down on the number of point defense weapons we're packing. Hmm. No. Actually, this planet isn't a very good place to build this kind of thing. Let's just move you all over onto research. Let's get that thing researched. Yeah, I know, Jade Cynic. Just give me a second. Ultra rich. Is that a terrible use of this colony? Shipbuilding. It's an ultra rich colony. Which means I can probably just dedicate this all to building wonderful trade goods. Sugar Shot. You're playing Papers, Please? Awesome. I need to actually play that. Hooray! Free market, free market. Let's just start turning out Titan halls. Hold up. Do we actually have any radiated planets left? Somebody said I need to build a radiation. That was a toxic planet, I thought. Medium radiated, so... well, we had one of those at least. And we got a radiation shield. Queued up. Yeah, nope. Nope. Alright. So, once we start getting all our ships built, we will take on Antara, the Antarans in their home planet. Well, you don't seem like a terribly good deal. Since I don't really need to worry about the Trilarians right now, they probably aren't going to attack us. since we're in an alliance with them. Holy hell, we built a lot of spies. Report. 53 of you! Holy shit! Well, I got 54. Suck it, losers. Hard shields are pretty nice when you go up against the Antarans, unless you want to do something cute by using, like, time warp facilitators and cloaking devices. Computers. Where do we want to go next here? 25,000 is an awful lot to try to miniaturize plasma weapons more. Yeah, let's start beefing up our shield technologies. The Antarans get the first shot, so it's pretty important that you survive to shoot back. Toxic world poor. Ugh. Why did you even colonize this place? Yeah, I suppose we could start researching, actually, aha. We could start researching Doomstars, which are just the biggest possible hull type. And where are they? They're way down here. Alright, let's start on that. Like, I think into a Doomstar, since we've maxed out the physics tree, we can probably cram around 100 plasma cannons. Not bad. I like this background for a barren planet with, like, the lake of hydrocarbons in the back. You know what? More spies. I mean, we should... All these with plasma cannons might actually be able to take out the Antarans. But they would need better shields, I think. Besides, we can still build more of them. So, for those of you who have played this before, anyone have any favored strategies? I remember there was one trick where you played with a small galaxy with 2 races in it. At an advanced starting period, you could just refit all your ships with nuclear missiles and take the other guy out in like 10 turns. If I finish early, we'll try that. Let's just get these hulls out the door. We can always refit them later. But as long as we have the hulls built, they can start accruing experience around planets with space academies. Seems like an alright strategy. Weird. I actually haven't played Galactic Civilizations 2. I've heard it's good. Isn't there a Gal Civ 3 coming out soon? There it is. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'd be happy to. Seeing the different ways that people interpret this this particular genre is always really fun. Yeah, I played I played Alpha Centauri for my introductory stream. Love that game so much. Oh, they've got advanced sitting planning. Wow, their tech is quite a bit more advanced than ours. Well, some of it at least. However, we are creative, and we've been guarding our technology pretty well from them. So, stealth suit. failing what leaders they have, our spies should actually be better at this than theirs. Like, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri is an amazing game. It is outstanding. It's everything I kind of like from these games, because the end game deals not with conquering your neighbors, but with producing a transhuman society. Or at least one of the end game scenarios does that. Civilization 5 also kind of does that, like the Utopia project, wherein you complete 5 culture trees, and your civilization is considered to be so enlightened that you just win the game. Yeah, we're getting our dudes murdered. More mans. Train more spies. Look at you building all these ships. What's up, guys? The Utopia project isn't in the new expansion? That's kind of sad. What did they replace it with? I mean, I'm always up for new ways of winning games. Okay, that seems fine. It seems like a fine victory condition. Hearts and minds, right? I think this is my super poor colony. Ultra poor. I don't think it's worth building a robot factory here to boost its production by 5. Well, it's not terrible, I guess, but actually it is kind of terrible. Hey Hosk, things are going pretty good. Sorry if I'm missing anyone. I'm looking back and forth between multiple screens, trying to focus on the game. If I missed something you said, very sorry. I'll try to get back to you on it. Oh, good. I'm glad that there's something else for great artists to do other than just like culture bomb. Or territory bomb, I guess. Oh. Wait. Qatar. Wasn't that one of our toxic planets? I love the Illyrian spy skin. She just looks so smarmy. She actually kind of looks like, what are the guys from DS9? The Dominion administrators and scientists. What were they called? What was their name? The Wayun guys. Alright, now we've got Megafluxers. That's an amazing thing to steal. Vorta. Yeah, the Vorta. She looks like a Vorta. Hold up. This is a poor planet. I'm not really sure it's worth building robo-miners on, but hey, I think we did it already, so whoops. Deep core mine. This is probably going to wind up being a research planet once it's all said and done, so let's just do that already. Not that. Supercomputer, auto lab. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, okay, so we just got megafluxers, which means that we can start upgrading our ships quite a lot. Megafluxers just give you 25% more space. Kind of a big deal. Want to get rid of reinforced hulls, put in hard shields, since we're going after the Antarans. 150 more space. It's quite a few more plasma cannons. Well, 3 more. That's starting to look like kind of a fearsome ship. Hosk, I thought the Vorta were, like little lemur people, originally. I like the idea of them being like lemurs that used to eat berries. Wait, what does this planet do? Oh, it's rich. Okay. You're gonna be building stuff here. We should probably save some of our command points for a couple of Doom Stars. Since, I mean, they're fun. They're not, like, the greatest possible thing to build. But, haha! Alright, advanced city planning, another very important technology to have. All of our colonies now can hold more than 5 additional population. So good. Like this planet that we just made the Trilarians give to us, already Terran, can hold 20 people. Huge deal. Huge deal. I rewatched a bunch of DS9 recently when I had American Netflix for no particular reason, and it struck me that in at least their first few encounters, the Dominion was acting well within its rights, especially considering that. Okay, consider this: you are managing a vast interstellar empire, and these guys just show up kind of in the middle of it through a wormhole and start colonizing planets directly in the middle of your borders. You kind of do them a solid and just say, "Hi, could you not do that anymore? Because, wham. We found some of your stuff. We don't know what happened to those people, who I'm sure had nothing to do with you colonizing our space. Goodbye now." And then they start sending through battleships and stuff. If the AI players started doing that in this game, or in Civilization 5, if they just started airlifting, like, cities into the middle of your territory, I think that'd be game on at that point. And then they got indignant about it? No. No. They gotta go at that point. It's over. wonder if I can just make them give me these worlds. Your hair loop is so cool, we should hang out. Mine, waste dump, robotic factory. We'll start. No. Let's build more ships. Like, the Dominion, the founders were not pleasant people. I mean, they were definitely they definitely seemed to be a much less pleasant place to live in than the Federation. All I'm saying is that by sending in the Jem'Hadar against the Federation, that probably shouldn't have been an unforeseen consequence. That wasn't what made them bad guys, was deciding to, like... Blowing up the Odyssey was kind of depicted as, like, this horrifying thing that demonstrated how far the Jem'Hadar and the Dominion were willing to go. They're willing to kill one of our ships. Well, of course they were. You probably shouldn't have been surprised by that. Babylon 5 is good. I mean, I watched it again recently, and it is one of those series that is really good once you get into it, because you kind of you get invested with the characters, you get invested with the plot line. The first season is real bad. It is almost cringingly bad at some points, and it is really difficult to get into. Once you get into it, it's great, but it's one of those shows that's almost impossible to introduce to someone, because you can't send them into the middle of it when it's interesting, because it makes no sense to them. And if you sit them down at the start, they're going to look at you like they have just lost a whole bunch of respect for you. So you kind of need to encourage people to see it through. Yeah, like, it wasn't... in DS9, it wasn't like the Federation sent through a science vessel either to investigate what happened to all their colonies. They sent through a Galaxy-class starship. That thing swings some major pipe. That is... If you hadn't encountered one of those before and one of those showed up inside your systems, you'd be like, this thing seems to be made largely of phasers and photon torpedoes. They also seem to have their shields up. I guess we're at war. I guess we should fight this thing. I mean, we know, because we've watched Star Trek The Next Generation, that Galaxy-class starship is, like, largely an exploration vessel. But the Dominion doesn't know that. You look at one of those things, and you just see, like, this enormous ship that seems to carry a lot of weapons. Like, a whole lot of weapons. Let's not kid around with how heavily armed that ship is. And they certainly seem to be spoiling for a fight. Yeah. Yeah, and then after the Cardassians and Romulans tried to commit genocide against the Founders, that pretty much guaranteed that war was de facto, like, on, and it also validated basically every paranoid fantasy that the Founders had about what the Alpha Quadrant civilizations were interested in. Their entire motivation was based on the idea that they were deeply paranoid because everyone they had ever run into had tried to kill them all. Then they run into the aliens that are coming through this wormhole into the middle of their territory, and one of the first things they do before they even try to open up diplomatic diplomatic relations with them is they send through a fleet of ships against what they think is their homeworld and start bombarding it from orbit. Seems like they had some valid concerns. I'm just saying. All right, let's build a Doomstar. Battle scanner. So what do we want to do? Do we want to do the boring route and just cram this thing with, like, stellar converters? Or do we want to do something like play the game where we try and cram as much stuff into it as possible? Like, we can do the cloaking device, temporal or time warp facilitator thing, which is expensive but works. Yeah, I should start building, like, my own planets. All right, let's. You know what? You are all sitting down to watch this with me, so I'm going to give you a big dramatic battle at Antares, instead of one where I'm kind of like glitching out the game. And I will just send through brawler kind of ships to deal with the Antarans. Where's high energy focus? Have we not researched that yet? Lame. .40 plasma cannons should about do it. What was it called now? Sorry guys, I just want to check something. No. Control, find. No? .35 plasma cannon should be able to blow up the Antaran Titan in one shot, I think. How long? Yo, we're not building that here. .28 turns. Alright. Let's get these things rolling. Out of curiosity, I've always wanted to try to build something a bit more pleasant. Frigate, destroyer, cruiser, battleship, Titan. How big is this thing on one of these ships? Scout Lab. 90 space. It's like the size of 3 plasma cannons. Alright, then we can start refitting our other ships. Once we start getting proper armor and shields for them. So how is everyone doing out there? Still having fun? We built this planet exactly to our specifications. Why does it have heavy gravity? Oh no, wait, this isn't the one we built. Never mind. Forget I said anything. I think it would be great if when you started building planets, you could just like specify what kind you wanted. This one is going to have a cream filling. I actually have not read the Red Mars trilogy, Arclight Dynamo. I have not read as much science fiction as I really should have. I've heard nothing but good things about Kim Stanley Robinson. Or Stanley, you know, whatever that guy's name is. Apparently they're good, is what I'm saying. I love how you discover the planet of this vanished, gone before, post-singularity civilization. And it is this green, verdant, beautiful world. And you start doing things like altering its gravity, controlling its weather, enriching its soil, drilling down into its deep core. The Orions are like, hey, you know what? We actually worked really hard in that place. It's maybe you should just leave it as is. Nope. You just start hanging up like really tacky, ugly IKEA artwork. The Orions are like, there goes the neighborhood. We were going to help you against the Antarans, but now we think they have a point. Oh, I've heard The Years of Rice and Salt is really, really good. Okay. We've got the best hull we can get without capturing an Antaran ship. So... I mean, we could probably take the Antarans as it is right now. But might as well make it, like, kind of a curb stomp battle, if we can. Why not, really? Those guys are dicks. I guess 8 production is worth building a robotic factory for. Even on a poor world, that's worth it. Since this place will be just doing research most of the time. Dancing with Eternity? Oh, I'll give it a shot, Admiral Mamo. To be utterly honest with you guys, I am so swamped at school right now that I will probably not be able to do much reading for pleasure for the next 2-ish months. Then I'll be finished and probably... Well, I say right now that I'm going to read lots of books, but I probably won't. I'll probably spend most of it, like, sleeping in, and doing stuff that I haven't been able to do in a while. Reading books should be up on that. Oh, right, I need to build a gate. Yeah, that seems relevant. Ooh. Alright, where are the Antarans coming? Are you kidding me? These guys get all the luck. 2 battleships, I could totally capture one of those. Alright, let's see what happens to this fleet. Whoa! Alright, that's starting to look better. Definitely don't have lucky. That is not a thing I have. Alright, how many ships are here? 9, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17 Titans, and several battleships. Let's see what the Antarans do to them. If anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 12, 14. They lost 3 Titans, huh? That's way less interesting. I guess each of the Antaran ships got to attack. What the fuck is going on here? Attention, dickheads. Please stop colonizing my systems. Damn right it's been found acceptable. We'd have to go liberate those people. This planet sucks. Why did you guys even come here? Yeah, I don't think we need any of these here right now. I mean, we could build a cloning center, but... Why take away the one thing that people are allowed to do in this society? For fun. Which is weird, actually, to think. I mean... Yeah. Sex is probably not just... It's probably, like, almost never for reproduction in one of these civilizations. I imagine that the average one of my citizens probably lives for a couple hundred years at this point. Maybe they're functionally, biologically immortal. I wonder what kind of parents they'd make. These are all interesting questions as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, well, I mean, like, obviously do it for fun because it's fun, but, yeah. There's our Doomstar. Who's a good Doomstar? Is it you? It is. All right. Yeah. All right. Oh, that's what that was. This thing fell down. I thought I heard something. I'm basically, yeah. Don't even worry about it. Everything's fine. Alright, we'll just finish refitting all these ships, and then we'll go attack Antares. Not long now, everyone. Okay, the other day I was in like the store and I saw that there's been a Blu-ray reissue of The Last Starfighter. Anyone know anything about this? I haven't seen that movie since I was a little kid, but I remember it was... What you doing? I don't think you guys are allowed to do that. Okay, so is The Last Starfighter actually any good, or am I just really misremembering it? Because when I was like 5 years old, that movie was hella sweet. You know what? I think I'm sick and tired of our allies here basically like invading our territory all the time. I think that's not cool. Coming to my neighborhood with this fleet of ships? Pardon me. I was also just kind of curious if the effects held up at all. I wonder how much damage we can do to their fleet with our little fleet here. I really should not go to war with them. That would be really kind of a terrible waste. Basically, a war between our two civilizations would just result in, like, two massive fleets traveling around the map, annihilating every planet they come across until they run into each other and destroy literally thousands of years worth of work. And probably ending billions of lives. Let's not go to war over that, but instead, hey, what you doing? Thank you. Piss off. Get your own sandwich. Okay. I guess we should be building galactic cybernets on all kinds of planets. But whatever. Let's see how experienced these ships are. Veteran crews. I guess they've been spending a lot of time in school. Probably have another turn before all our Doomstars have finished being refitted. So let's see if we can make this ship any more interesting. Maybe we can actually capture an Antaran ship. Man, could you imagine how awesome it would be if, like, I love the idea of EVE Online. It's just so big right now that I find it really intimidating. I think it'd be kind of sweet if if they started a second server, but I don't know if that would utterly ruin the game. Utterly ruin the game. Alright, we've got all our ships together. Except for one, I think. Then we'll go and bust up the Antarans like it's a high school kegger. Where's our other Doomstar? Oh, there it is. Now everyone can dedicate themselves to the pursuit of the mind. Asterisk, we have already discovered all possible knowledge. Alright, everyone ready for this? Four more turns. Then we'll go through. Yeah. Fair weather leaders. Research treaty? Yeah, sure, why not? I don't think we have anything left to really share with you, but come on in. One more turn, then we go. Alright, let's get it on. Let's protect our galaxy from the horrible aliens that threaten to do what we're trying to do to it. Attack Antares. This may end poorly. Uh-oh. The Antaran homeworld is not without its own defenses. To arms! Oh. Our marine ship. That had more people on it than any of our other ships. Well, at least they aren't focusing fire. Let's take out their Star Fortress first, since it's probably giving a bonus to everything else. Everyone else worry about their ships. Ha! That was kind of satisfying. It didn't really do a whole lot, but it was pretty satisfying. Why are you hitting yourself? I don't know. So many Antarans. Get wrecked, Chum Lord. I don't know what that means. I'm just yelling non-specific threats at the screen. Let's try to not recreate the Battle of Wolf 359 here. That's a Star Trek reference. Well, we're slowly chipping through their armor here. It's very slowly, but we're gonna get there. Well, they're not making it easy on us. For example, this thing is insisting on being alive. Is it even worth firing phasers at this thing? Never mind, we can't. Operation Cram every miniaturized plasma cannon that we can into this hull seems to be doing alright by us. Huh. We ran out of music. I guess that means it's time to make our own. Naturally enough. Let's go for the obvious. Hi. Oh, good. Wouldn't that be embarrassing if the music if the game crashed now? Apparently we critted. Oh. I was kind of hoping it would last longer than that. I guess we just won the game kind of accidentally. Turns out when you throw several planets worth of ships at the Enterans, they don't tend to last very long. I wonder how much a Titan weighs, how much a Doomstar weighs. Like a Doomstar has to be the equivalent of a Culture Systems vehicle. Alright, I guess we won the game. I should probably have turned off the music before going to the dramatic cutscene. Circa 1995 animation. Oh, we blew up your horrible ancient civilization.
The power of the ancients is now yours to command. The flush wall position. Lead the greatest empire in living history. Its soldiers' bravery at your command. Your army is undefeatable. Your fleets patrol the skies of every planet and galaxy. This galaxy. But other challenges await a master of Orion.
Not a bad score. We took quite a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna do is go to an app, and after that we will come back and I will try to do one of those games that you win in under 10 turns. Because that seems fun with the remainder of my time. I've got like half an hour. Does that sound like a good time to anyone else? Alright. I'll see you guys in a few minutes then. Hey everyone, welcome back. So, let's try a new game here. Small, average, advanced, 2 players. Let's see if we can beat this game in the time left. Shouldn't be too hard, I think. We could just go as the Clacons. We don't really need anything but their massive industrial bonus. Yeah, let's do it. Ixtixtal. Let's be... I like red. The ant people will have red ships. We have 2 cruisers. We're up against the Trilarians. We seem to have power armor and tanks. Heavy mount, auto fire, armor piercing, heavy, no, point defense, auto fire. There we go. Can you hear me? This seems fine. Sure. Oh yeah, we need a bombard ship. Right. Playing uncreative kind of sucks. Another fun detail of all the culture ships is that all of their ships tend to look kind of like dildos. I don't know why that amuses me, but it definitely seems to amuse them. Rutrow. Alright, let's go curb stomp someone before we run out of cash. We're gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Hey, look, we can survive another turn. Row. Does not seem good for us. Right. Be sure nice if any of our mass drivers get hit. Huh. Oh, that's our home planet. Okay, the Clacons don't actually seem terribly well suited for this. I forgot how fast they are. Welp. Yeah, we're pretty boned without good targeting computers, but this was fun. Okay, let's try this again. Except instead of the Clacons, let's try out somebody who doesn't smoke pole. Not that there's anything wrong with smoking pole. Human beings. Cameron. Who are we again? Wow, look at this fleet. We're a pretty big deal. Yeah, I guess missiles then. Let's do missiles. What will we need? Advanced damage control seems pretty important for a rush strategy. Yeah, that should do it. Oh, also, we can get rid of you. And then just get actually totally blown up by any kind of point defense weapons they have. Let's not do that. There. Look at this place. These people have everything. Except a will to lead, or a will to conquer. Now they've got me. Aren't they lucky? Oh, will they now? No. Looks like we get ourselves a war. Oh, are you coming right for our homeworld? Man, do I got bad news for you guys. You guys really like that Dunwich name, don't you? Hmm. These guys are gonna like it way less. No. What do you think? Should I attack these guys when they show up? Of course I will. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the universe. See, who doesn't have point defense weapons? Those fusion beams could be a problem. However, they don't have shields, so what do they care? That was somewhat less dramatic than I'd hoped. Though they still haven't really landed a hit. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. That seems bad too. Oh lol. Don't you come around these parts no more. Let's see if we can't take out their battle station. Nope, not quite. The attack on Dunwich didn't quite go as smoothly as I hoped. Although, I think we're gonna get there. We're in pretty good shape. I think. Actually, that brings up an interesting point. How many spies do we have? None! That seems bad. Okay, since all of our other planets are actually far better industrial centers than this one, once we finish refitting our ships, we will begin doing stuff on our other worlds once they have caught up to us industrially. There we go. Let's see, you. You are ultra rich. Sure, come on over. We'll launch our missiles, then move up, therefore ensuring that all of our missiles hit in basically the same turn. Or both waves of missiles hit very close to one another, giving their point defense weapons a limited amount of time in which to operate. Yeah? Tactics, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can't hit. Nope. We should probably actually fire our missiles. Bye! I accidentally your entire colony. Same trick here. And we look set to have this game on wrap. Not a lot of people can come back from losing a fleet and a couple of big colonies. This isn't quite the speed run I was hoping it would be, but it's not bad either. Yeah, those 500 damages. I don't think there's going to be anything left there. Yeah, we didn't even have the option of bombarding that planet. Like, their missiles aren't getting to us, nothing's happening. They're pretty much toast. We're gonna win this one in a couple more turns, I think. Not quite the 10 turns I was hoping, but certainly not bad. Actually, we need the fuel cells. So tell you what, let's switch over exclusively to research, so we can actually research the technology we need to attack their homeworld. Sound good to everyone? Alright. Hopefully before they can build too many battleships with which to defend themselves. Yeah, we just kind of wrecked their civilization. We accidentally destroyed them. Oh, they've built another thing. You filthy bastards. Now we have to build transports. What a waste of our time. Come on, Discovery. Any turn now. There we go. It's over now, son. Hopefully they haven't discovered any new technologies. That would be embarrassing. Yup. Looks like your stupid shit got wrecked. I bet you regret starting this war now. I could probably have played this game a lot tighter. As it is, this is probably closer to 100 turns than it is 10. Sure. A destroyer? Look at you guys building stuff. How brave of you. Everyone sees you being so brave. Look how brave these guys are. A Ravager 8. Courageously defending the last outpost of their civilization. We just launched more nuclear missiles at you than you could ever produce in the existence of your civilization. No, we should I should have just bombed the hell out of it. Now I've got another turn. I thought I had transports. This is why you pay attention to things, kids. I just lost points. Because of pride.
The power of the ancients is now yours to command. You have crushed all opposition beneath your heel. You rule the greatest empire in living history. Its soldiers' bravery at your command. Your army is undefeatable. Your fleets patrol the skies of every planet and galaxy. This galaxy. But other challenges await the master of Orion.
$394. 51 turns. Yeah, I mean, that could have been a lot better. But we did capture 23 of their colonists. That's quite a lot. Yeah? Yeah? Alright. So, with that, I'm going to bid you all a fond adieu, and I hope you enjoyed this week's installment of A Swiftly Tilting Cameron. I'll be back next week, possibly with a different game, probably with a different game. I'll try to come up with something interesting, and I hope to be entertaining. It's getting down to crunch time at school, so it was very nice to be able to take this break. I look forward to next week, and I hope you all do as well. Until then, have a great time. Night, everyone.